I'm so glad you're here with us today. We're diving deep into A Course in Miracles, and if you're just joining our community, you might be wondering what this course is all about. I'd love to invite you to check out the very first video on this channel, where I break down exactly what A Course in Miracles is, how it came to exist, and why it's been transforming lives for over 5 decades. It'll give you the perfect foundation for everything we explore together here. Now, let me ask you something. Right now, as you're watching this, you're using your body. Your eyes are seeing these words, your ears are hearing my voice, maybe you're sitting or standing somewhere. And here's the thing most of us never stop to consider. What is your body actually for? I'm not talking about the biological answer. I'm talking about purpose, real purpose. Because if you're like most people, you've spent your entire life believing that your body is who you are, that it defines you, that it separates you from everyone else, that it's something you need to protect, defend, satisfy, and ultimately fear losing. The ego has convinced you that your body is both your prison and your identity, and it's done such a masterful job that you probably never questioned it until right now. But what if everything you've been taught about your body is backwards? What if the very thing you thought was keeping you separate could actually become your greatest tool for connection? What if your body isn't the problem at all, but simply misunderstood? Today, we're exploring one of the most profound and practical sections in A Course in Miracles. Chapter 8, Section 7, The Body as a Means of Communication. And I have to tell you, this teaching completely revolutionizes how you see yourself and how you interact with every single person you meet. See, the Course isn't asking you to deny your body or pretend it doesn't exist. It's not about rejecting the physical world. Instead, it's offering you something far more powerful, a complete reinterpretation of what your body is for. Because right now, the ego is using your body to communicate fear, separation, and attack. And you might not even realize it's happening. Every time you use your body to hide what you're really thinking, every time you attack someone with your words or your actions, every time you try to prove you're separate and different and better or worse than someone else, the ego is running the show. Your body becomes a weapon, a barrier, a wall between you and the very connection your soul is desperately craving. But here's the beautiful truth that the Holy Spirit wants you to understand. Your body is neutral. It has no purpose of its own. It's simply a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for construction or destruction. It can build bridges or burn them down. And you, my friend, you get to choose. The Holy Spirit is offering you a different way, a way to use your body as a vehicle for love, for truth, for genuine communication that joins rather than separates. This isn't just beautiful theory. This is practical, life-changing wisdom that affects every conversation you have, every interaction, every moment you spend with another human being. So as we journey through this teaching together today, I want you to start paying attention. Notice how you're using your body right now. Notice how you use it throughout your day. Are you using it to attack or to love, to hide or to reveal, to separate or to join? The journey back to God, the journey back to your true self, doesn't require you to escape your body. It requires you to finally use it correctly. And that's exactly what we're going to learn today. Let's talk about what's really been happening with your body your entire life. And I need you to be honest with yourself here, because this is going to sting a little bit before it heals. The ego has been using your body as a weapon. Yes, a weapon. And not just in the obvious ways like when you lash out in anger or use your words to hurt someone. The ego's use of your body is far more subtle and far more insidious than that. Think about the last time you were in a conversation and you felt threatened. Maybe someone challenged your opinion, or questioned your competence, or made you feel less than. What did you do? Your body tensed up, didn't it? Your heart rate increased. Maybe you crossed your arms. Maybe you stepped back. Your body immediately went into defense mode, creating a physical barrier between you and that perceived threat. That's the ego at work. It's convinced you that your body is vulnerable, that it needs protection, that everyone around you is potentially dangerous. And so it uses your body to communicate one primary message: separation. You are here and they are there. You are different. You are alone. You must defend yourself. The ego has taught you to use your body to hide. Think about it. How often do you say what you're really thinking? How often do you show what you're really feeling? Instead, you smile when you're hurting. You nod when you disagree. You pretend everything is fine when you're falling apart inside. Your body becomes a mask, a carefully constructed facade designed to keep people out rather than let them in. And here's where it gets really twisted. The ego has convinced you that your body defines who you are. It tells you that you are tall or short, beautiful or ugly, healthy or sick, young or old. It tells you that your worth is tied to how your body looks, how it performs, how others perceive it. And so you spend your entire life trying to control it, improve it, or hide it, constantly afraid that your body will betray you or fail you. But perhaps the ego's cruelest trick is how it uses your body to attack. And I'm not just talking about physical violence. I'm talking about the everyday ways you use your body to hurt others. The sharp tone in your voice, the dismissive gesture, the way you refuse to make eye contact when someone needs to be seen, the silent treatment, the cold shoulder. These are all attacks, and your body is the ego's weapon of choice. The ego even uses your body's needs to keep you imprisoned. It tells you that you need food, shelter, comfort, pleasure, and that obtaining these things is your primary purpose. It keeps you focused on the physical, on survival, on getting your needs met, so you never look beyond the body to discover who you really are. And here's the trap. Every time you use your body this way, every time you let the ego direct how you communicate, you reinforce the belief that you are a body. You strengthen the illusion of separation. You move further away from truth and deeper into fear. This is what the ego has done to you. This is how it's been using your body to keep you small, separate, and scared. But you don't have to let it continue, because there's another way. And that's exactly what we're going to explore next. Now here's where everything changes. Here's where you discover that you've had the power all along. You just didn't know how to use it. The Holy Spirit looks at your body and sees something completely different than the ego does. The Holy Spirit doesn't see a weapon, doesn't see a prison, doesn't see something that defines you or limits you. The Holy Spirit sees potential, a teaching device, a communication tool that can be used for an entirely different purpose. And this is crucial for you to understand. The body itself hasn't changed. It's the same body, the same eyes, the same hands, the same voice. What changes is the purpose you give it. What changes is who you allow to direct it. The ego or the Holy Spirit, fear or love, separation or connection. When you give your body to the Holy Spirit, something miraculous happens. Your body becomes a learning device, both for you and for everyone you encounter. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice seeing beyond the illusion. Every conversation becomes a chance to extend love instead of projecting fear. Your body transforms from a barrier into a bridge. Think about what this means practically. That same voice the ego used to attack can now be used to speak words of kindness, encouragement, and truth. Those same hands that pushed people away can now reach out in genuine connection. Those same eyes that judged and compared can now look upon others with compassion and recognition of shared innocence. The Holy Spirit teaches you that your body is temporary. And instead of making you afraid, this truth actually sets you free. Because if your body is temporary, if it's not who you really are, then you don't need to defend it so fiercely. You don't need to prove anything with it. You don't need to use it to establish your identity or worth. You can relax. You can finally use it for what it's actually meant for, communication. But here's what makes this so powerful. When the Holy Spirit guides your communication, you're no longer trying to hide or attack or separate. You're trying to reveal. You're trying to join. You're trying to remind everyone you meet of the truth they've forgotten, that we are not separate, that we are not bodies, that we are united in spirit and in love. This is communication in its purest form, not the superficial exchange of words and information that passes for communication in this world. I'm talking about real communication, soul to soul, mind to mind, where your body becomes transparent, where it no longer blocks the light, but allows it to shine through you to others. And you know what's beautiful about this? When you start using your body this way, when you let the Holy Spirit direct your words and actions and gestures, people feel it. They might not understand it. They might not be able to articulate what's different, but they feel the love. They feel the safety. They feel seen and heard and valued in a way they rarely experience in this world. Your body becomes a blessing instead of a curse, an instrument of peace instead of a weapon of war. And suddenly, everything you thought was limiting you becomes the very thing that sets you free. Because here's the secret the Holy Spirit knows. Your body can't trap your spirit. Your spirit is using your body, not the other way around. And when you align with this truth, when you consciously choose to use your body as a means of extending love, you step into your true function here. You become a teacher of God, not by preaching or proselytizing, but simply by demonstrating a different way. By showing others through your very presence that there is another choice, that the body doesn't have to be used for attack, that communication doesn't have to create separation, that love is possible, even here, even now, even in these bodies we temporarily inhabit. This is the Holy Spirit's reinterpretation, and it changes everything. All right, let's get real here. Because you can understand these concepts intellectually, you can nod along and think, yes, this makes sense. But if you can't apply it in your actual life, what's the point? So let's talk about how you actually do this. How do you use your body to communicate love instead of fear? How do you know when the ego has hijacked your communication? And what do you do about it? First, you need to become aware, and I mean truly aware. Start paying attention to what's happening in your body during interactions with other people. Notice the physical sensations. When someone says something that triggers you, feel what happens. Does your chest tighten? Does your stomach clench? Do your shoulders rise? These physical reactions are red flags telling you that the ego is taking control. And here's what most people miss. The ego moves fast. It reacts before you even have time to think. Someone criticizes you, and before you know it, you've already responded defensively. Your tone is sharp. Your words are cutting. Your body language is closed off. The ego has used your body to attack, and it happened so quickly you didn't even realize you had a choice. But you do have a choice, always. The key is creating a pause between the trigger and your response. When you feel that physical reaction, that's your signal to stop. Take a breath, just one conscious breath. In that pause, you can ask yourself, who do I want to direct my response right now, the ego or the Holy Spirit? Do I want to use my body to attack and separate, or to love and join? This isn't easy. At first, the ego's patterns are deeply ingrained. You've been using your body the ego's way for years, maybe decades. But every single time you catch yourself, every single time you pause and make a different choice, you're rewiring those patterns. You're training yourself to communicate from love instead of fear. Let me give you some concrete examples. You're in a meeting and someone dismisses your idea. The ego's response: tense up, cross your arms, speak sharply, or shut down completely. The Holy Spirit's response: stay open, maintain eye contact, speak calmly, listen with genuine curiosity to understand their perspective. See the difference? Same situation, same body, completely different communication. Or you're having a difficult conversation with someone you love. They're upset with you. The ego wants you to defend yourself, justify your actions, make yourself right and them wrong. Your body reflects this. Jaw clenched, pointing fingers, raised voice. But the Holy Spirit offers another way. Soften your body, lower your defenses, use your voice to acknowledge their pain, use your presence to communicate that you're here to understand, not to win. Here's something powerful you can practice. Before you enter any interaction, set an intention. Literally ask the Holy Spirit to use your body for His purpose. Let my words extend love. Let my presence bring peace. Let me see this person as you see them. This simple practice can transform ordinary encounters into holy encounters. And watch your words. Really listen to what comes out of your mouth. Are you gossiping, complaining, criticizing, judging? These are all ego communications using your body to attack and separate. The Holy Spirit would have you speak words that heal, that unite, that remind others of their inherent worth and innocence. Pay attention to your gestures too. Are you making yourself big to intimidate? Are you making yourself small to hide? Or are you simply present, open, available? Your body language communicates volumes before you ever speak a word. Let it communicate love. Here's the thing you need to understand. Every interaction you have is an opportunity. Every single one. The person at the grocery store, your difficult coworker, the family member who drives you crazy, the stranger on the street. Every encounter is a chance to use your body as the Holy Spirit would have you use it, as a means to reach another mind, to remind them they are not alone, to demonstrate that love is real and present and available right here, right now. And when you mess up, because you will, we all do, don't beat yourself up. That's just the ego trying to keep you stuck. Instead, simply notice, learn, and choose again. That's all the Holy Spirit asks of you. Choose again, and again, and again. This is how you become a miracle worker. Not through grand gestures or dramatic displays, but through the simple, moment-by-moment choice to use your body as an instrument of love, to let your Very presence communicate what words cannot, that we are one, that we are safe, that we are loved. This is practical application. This is the journey back, lived out in everyday life, and you can start right now. So here we are. You've just discovered something that most people will never understand, that your body is not your enemy, it's not your prison, and it's certainly not who you are. It's simply a tool, a means of communication, and you get to decide in every single moment what you're going to communicate with it. Are you going to let the ego use your body to attack, defend, and separate? Or are you going to surrender it to the Holy Spirit and let it become what it was always meant to be? A vehicle for love, a bridge between minds, a blessing to everyone you encounter. This is the journey back. Not a journey away from the body, but a journey through it, using everything you thought was keeping you trapped as the very means of your liberation. Your body, when used correctly, becomes part of the healing of the world. Every kind word, every gentle gesture, every moment of genuine presence, these are not small things. These are miracles, and you are capable of them. The beautiful truth is that you don't have to wait until you're perfect at this. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to pause, willing to choose again, willing to let love guide your words and actions instead of fear. That willingness is enough. The Holy Spirit will do the rest. Remember, your body is temporary, but the love you extend through it is eternal. The connections you make, the healing you facilitate, the light you allow to shine through you, these ripple out into infinity. You have no idea how far your loving communication reaches. You have no idea whose life you might transform simply by choosing to be present, to be kind, to be real. This is your power. This is your purpose. And it's available to you right now, in this moment, and in every moment that follows. Now, if this message resonated with you today, if something shifted in how you see your body and your purpose, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit that like button. It helps more people discover these teachings, and honestly, there are so many people out there desperately needing to hear this truth. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. We're exploring A Course in Miracles together every single day, diving deep into these transformative teachings that have the power to completely revolutionize how you experience life. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Maybe someone who's struggling, someone who feels trapped in their circumstances, someone who's forgotten that there's another way to live. Your simple act of sharing could be the catalyst for their awakening. And please, leave a comment below. Tell me how you're going to practice using your body as a means of loving communication. Today, share your experiences, your struggles, your victories. This community we're building together is so powerful, and your voice matters. Your journey matters. Let's support each other in this. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for your willingness to see things differently. Thank you for choosing love over fear, connection over separation, truth over illusion. Until tomorrow, remember, you are not a body. You are free, and your body, when given to the Holy Spirit, becomes a gift to the world. I'll see you in the next video.